Now, yesterday in the markets, we saw the JSE Top 40 closing down almost 1%, with the S&P 500 closing down 0.81%, and with the Dow, of course, being one of the index that closed up by over 0.15%. Now, with the Nasdaq, it closed down over 2%, which is something that must just show you that the market or the markets continue dropping, which is something that, of course, as retail investors, I've been telling you that these low trading prices or these sharp falls that we've been witnessing in the stock market has to be taken as a good opportunity for you as a retail investor to go in and load the boat onto these stocks. Yes, we don't know how bad these sharp falls or how low this market can go during these current market conditions, but of course, in the long run, what we know is that these markets will recover. There's no doubt about that. We've seen or such events has taken place quite a number of times, and we've always seen at the end of the day the markets recovering from the sharp falls. Now, of course, before we go deep in the markets, you already know that this video is just an entertainment video and you should not take it as a professional financial advice video. Now, I'll really appreciate if you hit that likes button if you enjoy the content that I'll be giving you about the current market conditions. Now, without wasting any more time, yes, the markets are falling. We are seeing more and more retail investors panicking. Today, as I was driving from a meeting, I passed by the filling station to pour gas in my car. Then a petrol attendant, of course, saw me or picked up as he was filling gas in my car that I was watching a YouTube video about the stock market. Then he asked, he indicated to me that he was also investing in the stock market and his portfolio was not doing good at all, and he's thinking of probably selling at a loss some of the stocks or some of the ETFs he bought because he is scared of losing his money, of which, knowing me, I did of course give him some word of encouragement to say that of course these current market conditions are stressful, or the current market conditions or the sharp falls that we are witnessing in the market is not only bad on his side, but it's bad almost on everyone's side. People are sitting on negative. I mean, it's just that I could not show him my stock market portfolio, but I told him that the same pain that is going through is the same pain that I'm going through, but the difference is that of course I'm not panicking that much because I know, like I said, these sharp falls that we are seeing in the markets is not the first time we are seeing this. Time and time again, these sharp falls do come or do present themselves in the markets, trying to of course reset the uptrend that of course we have been seeing or we've seen in the previous years. So these sharp falls, what I told him is that they are supposed to be an opportunity for him to continue loading the boat on some of the stocks, some of the ETFs he likes, so that at least he can bring his average purchase share price down. Of which, when I told him that, and of course give him some scenarios of like the stock market crash which we witnessed in 2008, 2020, and what happened after those crashes, he then started realizing that, you know what, these low trading prices are actually opportunities. And then he told me that he's definitely going to try and see if he can't go in and of course try to buy more shares, buy more ETFs, trying to of course make sure that he takes an advantage that when the market recovers he can get or be sitting with good returns. So the same goes to everyone, or same goes to some of you guys. One of the main reasons of course I decided to do this video is because if I can just meet a random person, or of course they see me watching a stock market video and then they of course pop out a question or bring up their frustrations in the current market conditions, it just made me to of course come and do this video and tell you that it's gonna be all right. Just hang on tight in those stocks that you love, hang on tight in those ETFs that you bought, and probably continue loading the boat on them, because one way or the other I can assure you that the markets will recover, and those that are taking the low trading prices in the markets right now as an opportunity to load the boat are definitely going to be rewarded. I mean, the S&P 500, if you have to look at that, or at the one of the best index that tracks the top 500 companies listed in the New York Stock Exchange, it is down almost 20% year to date. And of course, that just shows you or tells you that it is not happening, or it is not something that we are seeing stocks falling locally, but this is something that is happening almost globally. Stocks or the markets are dropping almost worldwide, which is something that, of course, it must just make you to probably not to think that you are alone. Probably you are the only person experiencing a bloodbath on your portfolio. There are other people, or including myself, that are experiencing some bloodbath in their portfolios. And what I personally am doing is exactly what I'm telling you. I'm continuing to load the boat on some of the stocks, some of the ETFs I own. And of course, those of you that follow me on social media platforms, you will of course testify to what I'm saying here, because I do sometimes take screenshots of my latest transactions, of my latest purchases, of course not showing the amount of shares of stocks I'm buying, but of course just showing a transaction to show you that I'm probably also loading the boat in the stocks or ETFs I like during these current market conditions. This I'm telling you, after these situations, those of you that are loading the boat, increasing your holdings in the stocks that you love, in the ETFs that you love, you are definitely going to be rewarded, because these situations we are in, after this situation, we are going to see victory. After this situation, we are going to see people becoming millionaires, some even billionaires, by taking the opportunity or by taking the advantage of the current market conditions. I mean, looking at an index like the S&P 500, you will remember that Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs, they came and indicated that they foresee the S&P 500 falling to around $3,400, which of course, looking at the fact that right now is trading over $3,900, we might experience, or we might get to see it dropping further. But of course, let's see what the Fed will say, because FOMC, there is an FOMC today taking place around 8 p.m. South African time, which of course we'll want to hear what the Fed is saying, as the developments from that meeting can either make the markets to fall down further or revive the market. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I just thought I should just give you some quick motivation that don't give up just yet. Make sure that you don't fall under those retail investors that are panicking and selling their shares, their stocks at a loss, but be those kind of retail investors that 2 years down the line will really be proud that they took an advantage and loaded the boat in some of the stocks, some of the ETFs at the low trading prices. I mean, most of you already know of some of the successful stories that came out from the 2020 stock market crash. I mean, Sasol is one of the stories. There are so many stories that came out from that crash, which of course, those that missed, of course, that chance now is an opportunity for you to go in and make sure that you also have your own successful story. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I make tons and tons of stock market investing videos, and if you think that the video was amazing, please don't forget to hit that like button, comment and subscribe. And once you subscribe, don't forget to hit that notification bell, so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey, and God bless you all.